future of auditing using Gen AI. يعني ما في حدا اليوم ما استعمل generative AI. بدنا نرحب بالمودريتور دكتورة غرازيلا حبيقة Managing Partner HBK Audit Advisory LCPA Board Member. بدنا نرحب بدكتور حسين طراف Member of IRS Advisory Council Managing Partner طراف Associate. Dr. Camille Rebeiz, Professional Corporate Trainer and Consultant, LACPA Member, ودكتور Wissam Sammouri, Campus Director 42. هاللي بيلحقوا لوسام بيعرفوا شو عم بيعملوا بالانيشيتيفز تبعهم ايكول 42 اذا ماني غلطان. في كمان عمل جبار عم بيصير معكم، يعطيكم العافيه و good luck على البانل.
Thank you, Rudy. So over the past few years, we have witnessed how AI has been rapidly evolving and transforming the audit profession, from audit detection, from fraud detection, to redefining the way we are preparing the future generation of auditors. So today's panel brings together three of the most distinguished panelists who will provide us with insights from the words of academia, industry, and governance. So I will start by quickly introducing our panelists. We have with us Dr. Hussein Tarraf. Dr. Hussein Tarraf is the managing partner at Tarraf and Associates, and he serves as a program director at Madonna University. Dr. Tarraf is a thought leader and a member of the IRS Advisory Council. With us also Dr. Camille Rebeiz, a technology-driven business leader and a PhD in business management. Dr. Rebeiz has held key roles including CFO, finance director, and head of internal audit, where he has led digital and financial transformation. And last but not least, Dr. Wissam Sammouri. He is an award-winning data scientist with a PhD in predictive data mining. He is the director of the world-renowned École 42 and a professor at LAU. So he is a leading expert in AI, data science, and digital strategy. So we will dive in now with the first round of questions. Dr. Tarraf, let's start with you. So what are the primary risks and opportunities that AI presents in forensic audits and compliance work?
AI presents big opportunities in the world of forensic audit and fraud investigation. Speed and efficiency is one of these opportunities. AI can quickly and rapidly analyze a wide variety of data, financial data in journal ledgers and journal entries in order to identify unusual trends or transactions. AI also enables continuous analysis for information in order to determine red flags as they occur. Today, multinational organizations, big companies, are using machine learning in order to study and review millions of journal entries. Where AI can identify journal entries that have been recorded, for example, on a weekend, or journal entries that's recorded after working hours, or journal entries that have been recorded by the wrong department or wrong person. For example, if HR employee recorded entry that should be recorded by somebody at the accounts payable department. Also, journal entries that goes below threshold. In the audit, if we are doing sampling for items of 10,000, AI would be able to look up all transactions, for example, in the amount of 9,900. So these are examples of what AI could do when it's used to analyze transactions and journal entries. Also, AI can analyze fraud scheme, complex fraud scheme that's normal audit system cannot catch. Mainly when we are talking about identifying offshore accounts or shell companies or related party transactions or dollar round payments or even duplicate invoices. You know, duplicate invoices might be easy to be caught when it's in the same department. But if we are talking about multiple department, that's considered complex item. One of the most important and very good opportunity of AI, its ability to do unstructured data analysis. So this is something it's very important, and I love this feature. AI can read insights from emails and social media and contracts in order to identify terms through what we call natural language model, where they pick up words or terms that might be indicators of potential fraud in the case we are working on. Recently, I read about investigation that been done in the United States on Foreign Corrupt Practice Act. Foreign Corrupt Practice Act is a federal law in the United States that prevent US companies from paying bribes to foreign officials to get contracts. It's something very common, mainly in countries like Africa. So in that investigation, they used AI in order to read about 750,000 email. And the AI was able to look up terms like cash in an envelope, facilitating fees, our friend at the custom. So without AI, it could have been impossible to uncover this scheme. So it's very important. So these are the main important main opportunities for using AI. Also, but AI doesn't come free of risk. Okay, so like any other tool or any system we use, it has its own risks and disadvantages. Most important one is the bias. It could be bias. So depending on the learning and data that we feed to AI, it might be biased. So if, for example, I'm teaching AI to be able to look for employee fraud, and based on information, historical data, and it turned out that in certain company, most of the employee fraud are deducted by Latin American or African American people. So now the results might come out with more emphasis on Latin American employees. So this is one of the risks that we need to pay attention to when working with AI. Also, we have what we call false positive negative. So AI could give me indicators for red flags that are not true. For example, if I'm using AI to look up for round dollar amount, like I'm auditing a retail store and I want the AI to pick up all rounding dollars amount more than 1,000. So these, we might be talking about thousands of transactions, but it might turn out that most of these transactions or all of them are legitimate transactions. So this is what we call false positive. And at the same time, it might not be able to pick up all the deficiencies. And one important point when it comes to risk also and disadvantage is the data security. When we do investigation, we go through data, very sensitive data on a personal and corporate level. So it's very important to make sure that wrong dealing with AI might end to leaking of these data. So that's very important. And also we need to pay attention to regulations because again, that might add on the auditors additional liabilities and make things complicated. So these are the main advantages, disadvantages or opportunities and risk for using AI in forensic audit and fraud investigations.
Okay, excellent. So if we want to summarize very quickly, we could say that AI opens new opportunity in forensic audits, particularly in fraud detection. However, it also brings some risks such as the algorithmic bias, the false positives, and the data security challenges. So it must be used thoughtfully and with proper oversight so that we can ensure accuracy, fairness, and accountability. Thank you, Dr. Tarraf. Dr. Rebeiz, over to you. So what organizational challenges do you foresee in implementing AI in internal audit functions?
First, I want to say that Dr. Tarraf mentioned NLP, neuro-linguistic processing. I'm very excited about this type of technology, especially in the environment of auditing, because instead of reading 300 pages of a contract, which is really boring for me, I don't enjoy it at all, we can use this technology in order to summarize or detect the main closed contract. Again, also, if you are doing an investigation or you want to read a lot of email or catch fraud, also it's a good technology. This is very exciting for me. The challenges, I think, in implementing AI is, I think, the human change management in the human. You are dealing with auditors who are already skeptical. They don't trust no one. I don't know if you have met any auditor in the past. Usually they don't trust you. Maybe they like you, but they don't trust you. They don't trust anyone. So that's why it's very challenging to convince them that AI, which is almost a black box system where you don't know what's going on, information is brewing inside, and then you have an input, then an output. So if you don't explain to the auditors how this black box is working, I think they will be very skeptical and they will try not to use it. So this is, I think, one of the challenges. Another challenge is data. Dr. Tarraf spoke about the data. So I experienced a lot of companies, large companies, with a very weak data warehouses. So I imagine in Lebanon, even in the Lebanese government, data is still sitting on papers, unfortunately. So I think this is one of the challenges. I want to also talk about historical or legacy system. With legacy system, it's very hard, unless someone disagree with me, to create an API to link it to OpenAI or to Claude or anything. So I think these are some of the challenges that we can face. Again, Dr. Tarraf talked about ethical bias. If you are already biased as an auditor, you are auditing this transaction because this person has a certain nationality or this person acts in a certain way, I think the algorithm will be biased just like you. So I believe these are the main challenges for auditors.
Thank you, Dr. Rebeiz. Dr. Sammouri, let us bring you in. So how might generative AI or AI in general fundamentally change what we define as an audit?
Okay. So
and can auditors' work be really automated by AI?
Okay. Thank you for this question. This is a strong question, especially because you said fundamental. So AI is not only making the audit profession more optimized and faster, more reliable also, but I believe it's fundamentally changing the core of what audit is. Audit is a retrospective, event-driven, sample-based process and processes. Sample-based, لأن إذا باخد example external auditors, you do not have the time nor the resources إذا كانت الداتا كبيرة تبعت الكلاينت or the company to go through all of the data records. You need to sample 10%, 20%, or sometimes few types of data that you focus on more than other types of data. بس هلا with the advancement of technology, not necessarily AI, يعني optical recognition or etc. AI هي big chapeau that's now we are using it to describe all technologies. With the advancement of technology, we are shifting towards 100% data coverage. So we are able to have a technology that can scan all of the data that I have. وبعدين بتعطينا red flags. Gen AI is even pushing this transformation further. لأنه we all are, يعني all of us are users of ChatGPT or equivalent. So all professions. So it can Gen AI, ChatGPT, Claude AI, whatever, can help auditors create reports, draft emails, analyze structured data for insights إذا كانت الداتا worth يعني analyzable and more. Now, في a recent report by Deloitte that I read yesterday, it's the Deloitte Gen AI survey 2024 last year. It says that more than 40%, I think they said 46% of the big auditing firms worldwide بالعالم are investing and experimenting with Gen AI, general AI. They are even creating their own internal Gen AI مثل KPMG وديلويت وPwC. PwC, by the way, they declared a $1 billion investment in Gen AI. And what in this report it says that the result in the increase of productivity can between 30 and 40% increase of productivity of their auditors. طيب بس نجي لهون okay. What's interesting is that في fundamental change حيصير بمهنة الauditor. So auditor so far هو عم يطلع الهدف is analyzing the data of the past, and then coming up with reports, insights, recommendations. But now, because of real-time analysis, 100% data coverage, we can actually work مش بس على الباست، يعني مش بس compliance، بس كمان making the future more less, having less mistakes, يعني better. So we can work on the current and also on the future. So رحنا towards strategic advising actually, not only compliance. Concerning the second part of the question, I think it was will it
Can
be
auditors' work be really automated?
so
بالAI?
this is a very common question وحزاري who asks it a lot. University students اللي عم يدرسوا second or third year accounting or finance, they come and they ask their professors انه should I keep studying؟ طب ما انا هلا ثاني سنه وثالث سنه وعم بقرا عن كل هالادفانسمنتس اللي عم تصير. Will I be replaced as an auditor, future auditor with technologies and AI؟ وكمان نحن اذا بنجي بنطلع على so اذا بعطيك انا direct answer, many of the tasks yes, but the role no. So إذا بنجي بنطلع نحن على statistics و studies, there is a very interesting report that I always invite everyone to read it, which is the Future of Jobs report. The Future of Jobs report هو report بيطلع by the World Economic Forum every 2 years. It's very interesting for you, or if you have kids قربوا يوصلوا على الجامعة, download it and give it to them to read. By the last version of this report, it puts auditors and accountants among the top 20 careers who will have at big risk, steepest decline to be precise, with a forecasted shrinkage of 8% globally. Does that mean انه we should do as auditors, you should shift careers, or as students ما لازم الواحد يدرس audit or accounting? Definitely not. Auditors are not going to be replaced by AI. Auditors who understand and know and have upskilled in AI are going to replace auditors who did not. So definitely. So نجي على قصة what can be automated وهون بدي انهي فيها. So of course there are many tasks ودكتور Tarraf mentioned many, وكمان دكتور Rebeiz who can be now automated with different machine learning, NLP, optical recognition, etc. But what cannot be replaced is judgment, human judgment. So AI technology can think of it as it's something that is taking from us the manual burden, so that we can focus on the brain. What makes us special as humans اللي هو judgment, critical thinking, understanding the culture of a company. يمكن as a family business في one of the بيكون family members بحب انه كل فترة والتاني اذا ناقصه كاش يسحب من الشركة. AI بحياته would not understand this, بس humans would. The nuances and expenses, etc. So بوصل للي هي as a conclusion, AI will replace many tasks done by auditors, but the role definitely not. And this is quite exciting because it means that your profession, if you are auditors, sorry, is going to evolve from compliance to strategic advisors with time.
Okay. So good news, we have it is redefining our role, but we are not being replaced.
Yeah.
But we have to evolve, however.
Just to comment, employees keep asking us, are we going to lose our job because of the AI? We keep telling the employees, mainly in our job as auditors, you will not be replaced by AI, but you might be replaced by somebody who knows AI. So as long as you learn how to use AI, and so your job is secure. So and we are not one of the careers that under the risk of switching to AI and losing jobs.
So the message is clear here. We have to reskill and upskill, evolve. Okay, so Dr. Tarraf, we return to you. Do you see AI as a practical tool for strengthening fraud detection, or might it also complicate forensic investigation because it might introduce new types of risks?
This takes us back to the first question when we talked about the opportunities and risk of AI. Definitely, AI would strengthen fraud investigations. So AI comes with what we need in efficiency, in speed, in scope, and insights that otherwise will not be attainable. However, it's very important for the AI not to replace a human judgment, and also we need to make sure we have the proper governance in place to reduce additional risk and liabilities. So let's put it like this. AI should be used to advance or enhance professional judgment and not replace professional judgment. We cannot depend on technology. At the end, AI is a technology. We cannot depend 100% on technology. I would say with the time, fraudsters would be able to learn AI and would be able to change the AI and be able to, for example, we use AI to pick up red flags and some indicators. With the time, fraudsters would be able to play with the algorithm, so AI will not be able to notice some of the red flags. So that's why we cannot depend on technology. At the end, the career of auditing it's about professional judgment, and it has to be like this. So definitely, it's in a new era. We're gonna have to learn a lot about AI and know how to deal with it, how to disclose the usage of AI in our careers. But definitely, it's an opportunity that comes at the same time with risk and liabilities.
So it's about basically balancing innovation with control and oversight.
Right. Make sure we have the right oversight and control in order to be using AI.
To be using AI correctly. Okay, Dr. Rebeiz. What role do you see AI playing in closing the audit talent gap or supporting decision-making in fast-paced business environments?
When we talk about the gap in skills or we're lacking of auditors, someone can think that, oh my God, there's so many vacant positions and we need so many auditors. But I think we need the right auditors. I'm afraid about having a two-tier level of auditors. You have the auditors and you have the plus, auditor plus. What does it mean? You have the auditors that, unfortunately, they will be the Jurassic auditor. I don't know if you read the article about it. Jurassic auditor is like, just like Jurassic Park, it's like dinosaurs. Or they call it also the death by a tick mark. They still do tick mark. So I think if you're still doing a tick mark, you're finished. You're not gonna last very long. I think in Lebanon you'll stay for 5 years probably, or 7 years, but at the end, you're gone. Another opportunity that AI is bringing, we talked about the bias. We talked about as well, maybe we didn't talk about hallucination of the AI. All these problems that comes with AI, all the problem with the algorithm, all the problem with the training of AI and the data, someone need to audit them. So I think there's a lot of work here. Maybe we're shifting from financial audit towards auditing AI. I think there's a lot of work. And if you know how to audit AI, I think it's a really hot topic. I think you'll be very desirable at work. Everyone wants to get you, to make you work for them. So I think the profession is changing in an exciting way. Nobody wants to keep doing a banking reconciliation, manual banking reconciliation all their lives. We want to take a banking reconciliation, put it into Copilot Finance, let's say, if I want to state a tool, and then with the AI or with the recognition, they will recognize the transaction and reconcile it for you in 30 seconds instead of spending 3-4 hours. I hate doing this. I'm an auditor. I hate doing manual reconciliation. So for me, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for me to make my job more exciting, to discover new things, to get into technology. I don't know, I feel like for auditor, maybe, I don't want to disagree with you, but I feel like the future is bright. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm optimistic. I think all the boring activities that we used to do in the past will go away, but I think the most exciting ones and the professional judgment and also the opinion and the strategy will stay, and also we will be advisors and consultants more than looking at the past. We're only looking for the future and how we can do prediction, how this company, by using AI, we can do cognitive or prescription data analytics or AI, where we can project if there will be a misstatement in their account by using the past data. This is how I see the profession personally. And to be honest with you, I'm quite optimistic by using these technology. It's an exciting opportunity and not something that we should be worried about.
I agree with you. Some AI will take away the boring activities and it will reshape our role in a more exciting way, in a promising way. So last but not least, Dr. Sammouri, the last question from our panel today. So from your experience, how should auditors and accountants be reskilled to collaborate effectively with AI tools?
بس before that بحب أوضح إنه لا أنا I think we agree together إنه it's an exciting era for auditors and accountants. So if هيك you grasp technology مظبوط and optimize your processes, you will be able to take more clients than you can usually, etc. So حكيت من شوي عن الفيوتشر اوف جوبز ريبورت تبع الورلد ايكونوميك فورم، مش باللاست فيرجن اللي طلع بجانيوري 2025، بالفيرجن اللي قبله 2023 it was mentioned that more than 60% of the skills, the core skills of financial roles will change by 2030. This is interesting, and this upskilling for auditors and accountants is a must. It's not a nice to do. It's a must. It's a must do. نجي على قصة سوري انقطعت الفكرة براسي about skills. So إذا بنجي بنفكر what are as auditors شو هن ال 4 pillars of skills that I humbly would advise you to focus on. أول شغلة data literacy. Data literacy means to understand the different types of data, the structures of data, to be able to assess as a data, different data sets اللي فايتين على systems are of good quality or not. And if we do not trust the data, we cannot trust the audit. Two, interpretation, or what you said as AI audit, and this is important. So now that AI is analyzing all of the كل بيانات الشخص والcompany عفوا والdata and the PDFs and looking at invoices, etc. AI, what's going to do is it's going to يعطيني كتير red flags on things that I should look at. So I should مش بس tackle those red flags, بس كمان I have the responsibility to audit what was not red flagged. To see perhaps there is a false negative, false positive, false negative. يعني something that AI مرقوا thought it's normal, but in reality it shouldn't have been normal. So هيدي how to audit AI is a skill by itself. How to assess, how to understand. For you to audit something, you need to understand how it fundamentally works. So you need to understand how technology works. هيدي اللي AI, how can I say that? AI literacy قصدي فيها. So data literacy. The second is AI auditing. The third is bias and governance. وذكرت شغله حضرتك واللي هي hallucinations. So hallucinations هو تعبير بنستعمله للgenerative AI. So ChatGPT sometimes ما بيكون عنده جواب، بس بيعطينا جواب من كتر ما انه plausible ومنمق باللغه وكلمات صعبه بنقول اف اكيد هيدا صح، بس ما بالضروره يكون صح. This is hallucinations. So bias and governance is trying to detect إذا في bias بالdata and if there are things يعني that are not correct, هاي hallucinations. وfinally is understanding the different tools. والtools اللي بتفوت تكنولوجي على الفيلد اوف اوديت واكاونتنج منهم اول شيء منهم قليل، وثاني شيء منهم جداد. يعني كويك بوكس اول ما بلش بالايرلي 90s، بس هلا اتطور كثير اخر شيء مع ال LLMs والماشين ليرنينج مودلز والكلاود اتسترا. نجي لسؤال هون، على عاتق من تقع مسؤوليه upskilling auditors and accountants بلبنان؟ على عاتق من؟ So هون I'm going to be very apolitical and very objective. So أنا not coming from the field. أول شيء على عاتق الأوديتور والأكاونتنت، أول شيء لأنه في أكيد مسؤولية شخصية اللي هي كلنا معنا تليفونات، كلنا عنا سوشيال ميديا، كلنا شايفين الأشياء اللي عم تصير بالعالم. We have access to the internet. So ما في شيء بيمنعنا to upskill. في ويب سايتس مثل medium.com، على لينكدين في كتير articles حلوة، في blogs عم تطلع. You don't need to go back to university to do a master's or a professional certificate. في كتير courses online and more. So في هاي المسؤولية الشخصية. Second, the firms. So auditing and accounting firms have the responsibility to upskill its employees وتضوي على الأشياء اللي مهمة إنه يتعلموها. وthird, اللي حضرتك اكيد بدون ادنى شك النقابه عندها دور محوري واساسي انه مش بس تخبر الاوديتورز والاكاونتنتس على الاشياء اللي نايس تو ليرن وماست ليرن، بس كمان تمارس ضغط على الجامعات انه يحدثوا الكوريكولا تبعولها. I'm going to end with something وسوري لانه اخذت شوي وقت. في تعبير بالعربي بنستعمله كثير اللي هو السهل الممتنع. قصدنا في الشيء اللي ببين ظاهريا انه سهل بس باطنيا صعب نوصل له او صعب نتعلمه. تكنولوجي واي اي از عكس هالشيء. ما في عندنا باللغه العربيه تعبير شائع that describes عكس السهل الممتنع، يعني الشيء اللي ببين انه صعب بس باطنيا ان رياليتي سهل نتعلمه. Technology and AI are عكس السهل الممتنع. يعني I hope you keep this in mind when you هيك the next time you decide انه بدي فوت بالتكنولوجي وبالاي اي واتعلمها.
Thank you, Dr. Sammouri. Very insightful. So إذا بدنا هيك نختصر على السريع يلي حكيته. سوري.
Yeah, I just want to add that يمكن Dr. Sammouri, you're not an auditor, right? Okay, audit is one of the most regulated field. So, okay, it's very important to upskill our knowledge on AI, but it's very dangerous to do it on our own. So, as an auditors or the auditors, we do not recommend that auditors go learn AI and start applying it in the audit. It's up to the international auditing standards, which is as of now. We don't have anything in the international audit standards that determine how we could use the audit in our job. You know, when you do an audit, you do sampling, you do planning, you do materiality. All these been done, and they are explained how you do it and how it should be done in the international auditing standards. Before the international auditing standards start telling us how audit planning is done using AI, how sampling is done using AI, it's something we cannot implement as of now. It's very important to use. Maybe we can use it to do analysis, to run over journal entries in order to determine outliers and stuff like this. But we're still way behind before we start depending on AI in order to perform audit engagements and generate audit reports.
Thank you for your comment, Dr. Tarraf. So إذا بدنا نختصر بالآخر فينا نقول إنه ال AI is not only a simple tool for automation, it's more a transformational force in audit. So basically يعني whether we're talking about fraud detection ولا عم نحكي عن internal audit strategy or the auditor's evolving role, one thing is clear: AI will definitely redefine our profession. So أهم شيء مثل ما قالوا مثل ما حكيوا الثلاثة experts معنا وخصوصي Dr. Sammouri, there is a shift and a call for a new kind of auditor, an auditor that is not only financially savvy but also technologically fluent. So the auditor has to speak the language of data and he has to understand the logic behind the AI tools and bridge the gap between different disciplines. So it's not about being replaced. It's not about we as auditors we will be replaced by AI. It's more about our role being redefined. Thank you so much, Dr. Rebeiz, Dr. Tarraf, and Dr. Sammouri. And now we will move to the Q&A section if someone has questions. Yes, please. Yes, يلا زميلنا أستاذ حاتم.
يعطيكم العافية. حاتم أنا أوديتور واشتغل بالمهنة من 30 سنة. أول سؤال للدكتور ربيز. مثل ما بنعرف إنه الأوديتورز أنواع. في عندك الفاينانشال أوديتور، الإكسترنال أوديتور، الانترنال أوديتور، الآي تي أوديتور، الفرود إكزامينرز. يعني في تنوع كبير بعالم الأوديت. بس عندنا بلبنان عندنا مفهوم الأوديتور واحد.
مظبوط صح.
أنت برأيك شو الطريقة حتى نحن ننظم هذا الموضوع؟
هلا إذا عم تحكي أنت فاينانشال أوديتور اللي هن الإكسترنال أوديتور، بس أنت معك حق إنه في كذا أوديتور، بس إنه أنا بلاقي بالتنوع هيدا غنى. يعني إذا في كذا نوع أوديتور it's a good thing. بس however أنا I'm inviting زملائي not to get stuck with only financial audit. Let them start doing some cybersecurity audit, some data analytics, they have to learn data analytics. It's not an option. If you don't want to go like full house and learn AI, just do RPA, robotic process automation, مش ضروري تستعمل AI, ودata analytics. يعني some of the tests that you mentioned about which day the transaction was recorded, all these you don't need AI. يعني you don't have to use AI. Using AI is much better, but you can use them by doing simple data analytics with continuous auditing. But this is my advice for my colleague. Don't focus only, say, I'm only financial, because the future is not only financial. The future is more cybersecurity, is more AI, and different area of work as well.
Thank you, thank you. Another question to Dr. Tarraf. What kind of regulatory or ethical framework or rules should we have for AI-enabled audits?
Okay, the ultimate framework should enhance or emphasize transparency, accountability, and data protection. AI should be, we should disclose that we are using AI and be transparent about the methods used and everything that been used using AI. Also, auditors, when using AI, auditors should be responsible for the AI outcome. And again, we need to make sure that data is protected. And here when we are talking about AI, there's very important stakeholder that should be aware of that we are using AI, which is the user of the financial statements. You know, when we do external audit, we issue financial report that be used by decision makers or stakeholder. So in that report, once we start using AI in audit, we should disclose in the disclosures that AI been used and the limitations of the AI. And we should document properly what are the outcomes. So the users would know that the AI is used to do the audit, and also in order to document about professional judgment. Again, remember, when we're doing an audit, a professional judgment, this is what matters. So if we are using AI, did we just depend on AI, or how did we deal with the matter of professional judgment? Regulations still evolving. We don't have clear regulations yet. It depends on the country, but definitely in Lebanon we don't. Most of the countries they don't have clear regulations now. If you have litigations, you go to court and you used AI in your audit. What would be the case? So we still need a lot of work, and that's on international bodies like ISBA and like international auditing standards.
سؤال من شقين. مساء الخير، يعطيكم العافية. يعني الجهود المبذولة هالكم يوم أو الأسبوعين ثلاثة غير اللي مضى، مع احترامي لكل منظمي هذه المؤتمرات، نرجو أن نصل إلى نتيجة مرجوة في أسرع وقت ممكن. هذا بناء للكلام الذي تفضل به الدكتور سموري. السؤال الأول يقول: ماذا لو تعطلت الأجهزة كما حصل في مطار بيروت، وفي كبسة زر نذهب إلى هنا وهناك هنالك لنصلح الخليوي أو الداتا أو الكمبيوتر بلحظة من اللحظات، فإلى أين المسار والمسير؟ هذا السؤال الأول. السؤال الثاني هو كيف عم بيكون في عنا صخب بالبانلز إلا هالجلسة الكتير very كول وبرعاية وحضور دكتورة حبيقة، إن المديح فيها ليس انتقاص من جمالها وذكائها ولا من طريقة أجوبتكم. السؤال الثاني بيقول هو كيف عم بيكون في دعاوى على إنه علوا فيه ومن بالهاكرز وغيره، بمعنى هل السرية المعلوماتية رح ترجع يوما ما لا سمح الله تودينا كما صار فينا بالسرية المصرفية؟ سؤال كتير كبير، فبعمق وبشفافية وبمحبة أرجو الإجابة على الثاني لو نسيته الأول، والأول مش هين كمان.
هلا حضرتك قلت السؤال الثاني عميق كتير وصعب كتير. السرية المعلوماتية صح. هلا من ناحية السرية المعلوماتية بتعرف عم يطلع ريجوليشنز بالعالم. اشهر واحد طلع بال 2016 طبق 2018 GDPR General Data Protection Regulation. بس my humble opinion إذا الشركات الكبيرة قبلت إنه هيدا ال GDPR يتنفذ it means في leeways around it. Plus sometimes هيدول الريجوليشنز بيعطوا advantage للشركات الكبيرة على الصغيرة. ليه؟ هلا إذا أنا بلاقي جوجل برودكت جديد طلع عندي مشكلة أقل إنه أعطيه الداتا تبعيتي من شركة صغيرة جديدة بحياتي مش سامع فيها، لأنه بقول ما هن عندهم كل الداتا تبعيتي أصلاً. I don't believe in privacy anymore. إنه data privacy. I don't believe that. I believe إنه أوكي يمكن على واتساب ما عم يسمعوني شو عم أقول، بس they might be extracting the insights من الحكي. So I don't have a clear answer for you. It's a very deep question. بس يمكن بقول لك from my humble opinion I don't believe in سرية معلوماتية.
وأنا أكثر من هيك. أكثر من هيك أنا I believe إنه هلا كل شيء عم نحكيه نحن it's recorded على السيل فونز اللي معنا اليوم. بالضبط. سو ما في في رولز عندهم وات تو يوز. يعني اذا انت هلا بتحكي عن يمكن سياره بتلاقي طلع على تليفونك انه سياره، اذا بتحكي عن شيء ثاني ما بيطلع لانه هن ما بدهم اياه يطلع لانه في certain rules. لا اي بليف انا حتى لو ما عندك اكسس للواي فاي بلا واي فاي سو حتى لو مطفي التليفون سو ما في هلا مثل ما قال الدكتور انه برايفسي ما في برايفسي بدنا ننسى يعني. بس انه في رولز وريجوليشنز بتحكم اللي عم ياخذ الداتا مننا كيف يستعملها، وفي منهم ما بيستعملوها، وكلنا مش شغله بعيده يعني اللي صار بالحرب الاخيره بلبنان انه التكنولوجيا كيف كانت عم تستعمل. فور برايفسي انسوا.
بدي اسالك انت are you using WhatsApp مثلا او Instagram? Have you read the term and condition قبل you sign in? طيب try to read them you will understand everything I think. You will get the answer. Small prints. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Merci كتير. Thank you doctors and thank you for your valuable contribution. Merci.
يعني انتقلنا من بانل عن جد بعصر الجنراتيف اي اي اليوم فانتقلنا من بانل بعصر الجنراتيف اي اي والذكاء الاصطناعي اللي عم بيصير. انا بقدر اخذ مالتيبل اوتبوتس منها واهمهم هو بعتقد انا السوفت سكيلز كثير اساسيه والهارد سكيلز والتكنيكال سكيلز اللي نحن بحاجه لانه القصص عم تتغير.